nation! No donation, no salvation!
And remember, respect is everything.
And we are back. And look, Kit's back too. I'm not sure how he came back, but he's back. So, you know what? I'm all good. Also, it turns out when Wheeljack and, Swindler decided it was a good idea to fuse Swindler with Kit, it didn't actually fuse them. It just kind of cloned Swindler, but it only fused Kit, not Swindler. So, don't worry. He's fine. He's unhurt. He's just traumatized forever. But you know what? We can live with that because we're all about trauma. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Kit. We'll worry about him later. We may look at him again since he's a little different. I'm not sure what's wrong with him, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, here's Strongarm in her muscle car mode. I want to be clear right now, all my Transformers that I build exist in their own fiction, so that's why some of them are a little different than their source material and look the way they do. But yes, she had trouble keeping up with some of the faster criminals, like the stunticons and whatnot, so she felt she needed a faster car mode just to compensate. That, and she's kind of like my character Greenlight. She's kind of a tomboy in a way. Speaking of Greenlight, I actually found her as well. So here she is next to Greenlight. So yeah, they're kind of, she's kind of like what Sideswipe was to her in RID. So yeah, they kind of have their own little, they kind of butt heads at times, and it's very hilarious. But none of you would know about that because I have yet to publish my story because I'm still writing it and still figuring out what to do with it. But yeah, so that's why she has this muscle car mode. But yeah, she's based on the 571 muscle car from Watch Dogs 1 and 2, but she's painted like the police car in the first Cannonball Run movie starring Burt Reynolds. And if you know me, I love Burt Reynolds because, he was one of my, I wouldn't really say my hero, but he was definitely somebody I wanted to be when I was a kid. I mean, seriously, the guy got to drive around in fast cars and, hang out with ladies all day. I mean, who wouldn't want to be and have a life like that? I mean, that guy was living it up. And then he got really depressed as he got older, right before he died. And it was kind of sad, honestly. I feel like he had some inner demons that he wanted to let out, but just never could. But anyway, that's enough about Burt Reynolds. Rest in peace, by the way. Yeah, so here's Strongarm in her car mode, and I actually really like it. I know she's not a truck, but again, this is my fiction, and this only applies to my fiction. So not only does she butt heads with Greenlight, she also butts heads with Prowl, because Prowl makes an appearance in my story. And their relationship is pretty much what Dirty Harry and Kate Moore had in The Enforcer, if you've ever seen those movies. I love the Dirty Harry movies. They're absolutely hilarious. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Let's get straight to the transformation. Anyway, so to transform her, she's pretty much like all my other car bots. And like I said, in my story, like this car mode, it makes sense because it's more for utility. But I'll be honest, it does look cool. But yeah, flip those down. Pretty much it's more like my more recent car bots because I've been trying to mitigate the shoulders, at least articulation wise, because like, yeah, this looks out of place, but like I said, the models are just kind of a basic representation of what they could look like in fiction if I decided to actually draw them out and make a graphic novel or something along those lines. Like I said, I'm not the best artist, but I mean, I do have a DeviantArt. It's in the description with all the other links. If you guys want to check that out to see where my art skills are at. But like I said, I got a long way to go when it comes to artistic performance, I guess. But I'm always looking to improve, so the determination is there. But yeah, also you got to fold down these hip skirts, which also act as holsters, which is really cool. So I'll show that off in a bit. So just rotate those around. You'll notice her bumper kind of acts as like a heel, which is intentional. It's supposed to look like that. It kind of gives it a more foot shape with the spoiler. Like I said, my Transformers are done in a kind of anime sort of, I guess, Mega Man style, so that's why they look the way they do. Her face. Now, this is something new I've been trying. Now, most of the times, the face is the entire, like, these front plates, these curvature. It gives them a little bit of shape. I decided to extend her helmet so that only the middle, where her mouth is kind of shown. Because in the show, she had a very angular face, and that I did want to respect. Because, I want to try to keep some of the source material in there. But there's Strongarm in her robot mode. And I think she turned out alright. She's a little hard to see because there's a lot more black in this mode. Yeah, you can pretty much get an idea of her shape. She has a more, tougher build than most fembots normally would. But, hey, I'm cool with it. It's different. Fold those down a little bit. I know the backpack is a little horrendous. I'm sorry about that, but I haven't done this in a while, so please forgive any horrendous oddities that may be present. Anyway, let's look at her accessories, because she's got quite a few of them. She does have a baton, like every officer should. Which it's got this little thing here, so I guess it could be a taser if you wanted it to be. I don't know. It's a dual-purpose thing. So we can go ahead and clip that onto her hand. And she could beat down criminals with it and protect and serve. And then she also has a gun, which does function, believe it or not. Because I made a projectile for it, which kind of looks like a police symbol, I guess. It's got police colors anyway. But yeah, she's definitely like the kind of young cop that she's portrayed as in RID. So, her relationship with Prowl in Greenlight, it's a very, very mixed one. Hey, it works! And the magazine does rotate if you want to compact it a little more. New bullet. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sorry I haven't done these videos in a while. It's just, Legos are expensive, and I don't make any money off these videos because I just don't have a large enough following, which, like I said, I do this for fun anyway, because the few people that do follow this channel, you are heavily appreciated. I want you guys to know that. If you do want to help support the channel, there is a Patreon that I do have linked in the description of every video. If you want to donate, you can. If you can't, no problem. I'm not going to force you to do things you don't want to do. And this gun is not cooperating. In fact, I think I had it holstered on the wrong side. But yeah, those act as holsters. Yeah, she can holster her weapons on those little side skirts. So that's always... Her balance is not helping me today. You think those heels would help, but they really don't. I did make 2 more accessories, so we're not done yet. 2 stun grenades. Anyway, but, yep, I like this figure. I like how it turned out. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!